Hey guys, this episode is multiplying polynomials. Let's go and get started. We distribute each term in the first polynomial to each term in the second polynomial. So let's write one right here. Let's say we have 3x plus 3, and then let's say we have 2x plus 5. Okay? One polynomial, two polynomial. We're going to distribute each term in the first to the second. So we'll have 3x times 2x. So let's write that out. 3x times 2x, and I'm going to add this extra step in here. We might skip it in the other examples. So 3x plus 2x, or 3x times 2x, sorry, plus 3x times 5. So 3x times 5. And just put plus signs in here in the middle. If you get a negative number, you can just replace that plus sign with the negative. Alright, so we got 3 times 2, so 3 times 2x, and then 3 times 5. So 3 times 5. Here we go. Now we're just going to multiply all this together, and then we're going to combine our like terms afterwards. So here we go. 6x squared, right? 3 times 2 plus a 15x, okay? Plus 3 times 2x is 6x, plus 3 times 5 is 15, okay? Alrighty, we're almost done. We just got to combine those like terms now. There's no other x squares, so we can bring that down, but we got an x and an x. So we have to multiply, we have to add those coefficients together. 15 plus 6 is 21x, and then there's no other whole number, if you will. So we'll just keep that plus 15 the way it is. For our second example, we have a polynomial squared. Now you remember, when you square something, it's basically the number times itself, or in this case, it's going to be the polynomial times itself. So you can't just square each term. This is how it actually has to be rewritten. You're going to have 4p minus 1, all right, and that's multiplied by 4p minus 1. It's times itself. Now we distribute each term. So 4p times 4p is going to give us 16p squared, and then 4p times negative 1 is going to give us a minus 4p. Alrighty? Now don't forget that negative sign right here has to stay with it. So it's a negative 1 times 4p. Well, that's minus 4p. Okay. So that was that one. And then negative 1 times a negative 1 is plus 1. Okay. Now we just need to combine these like terms, and our answer will be complete. So we got 16p squared. There's no other squares. Now negative 4p minus 4p. So that's going to be minus 8p. Negative minus a negative. And then plus 1. We're done. Alright. Last example is the hardest. We have 4x minus 5. All that times 2x squared plus 3x minus 6. So same rules apply. We're going to take the first term and multiply it by each term of the other. Okay? So here we go. We're going to do 4x. So 4x times 2x squared. Well, 4 times 2 is 8. And x times x squared is x cubed. Okay. 4x times 3x. So we'll do plus 12. And then x times x is an x squared. And then 4x times negative 6. Well, 4x times negative 6 is going to be negative 24x. Alright, let's repeat for this. Negative 5 times 2x squared is minus 10x squared. Alright, negative 5 times positive 3x is minus 15x. And then negative 5 times a negative 6 is a negative times a negative. So it's going to be positive or negative? Positive, that's right. So there we go. I'm not going to repeat it. Now let's combine those like terms. Well, there's no other x cubed, so we can just bring down 8x cubed. That's no big deal. Alright, and now let's start canceling because we have a bunch of them. So let's just start crossing it out as we go through. Then we're going to have 12x squared minus the other x squared, which is minus 10x squared. So 12 minus 10 is going to give us a positive 2x squared, so get rid of that. Alright, next are the x's, so we have a negative 24x minus 15x. Negative 24 minus 15 is going to be a negative 39x. Cross it, cross it. Alrighty, and then we have plus 30, and that just stays there. Can this be reduced? Nope. That does it for multiplying polynomials.